I wasn't really expecting a close game. I thought Fresno State would have been able to do a little bit more. After Kansas went down, scored in their first drive, Fresno State matched them. E.J. Warner looked pretty good. From there on out, there was really no more efficiency to be had for the Bulldogs. E.J. Warner finishes the game with 2 turnovers, 2 picks. Offensively, they could not get anything going. Kansas defensive line was at him all day. And, defensively, Fresno State could not stop Jalen Daniels, at all. He had a damn near perfect day. 3 touchdowns. We're talking about 18 for 20 throwing the ball and then running the ball. He had another nearly 50 yards running the ball. Kansas State just proved to be a way better team. A team ready to see their own success, get better in the Big 12. I want to say, Fresno State just was getting a brand new look, seeing what works and what doesn't work. They're a team with a lot of weaknesses early on, and I think they can tighten that up. But after their first drive where they looked pretty darn good, they could not do anything else. 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. Turnover. Kansas is a good football team, and Fresno State's can be a pretty good team going in the rest of the season. I think they still find a way to get to a bowl game, but looking at it, I was worried that Warner wasn't that mobile, and if he can't get the time he needs to look through his reads, that it's basically a blown play, and we shown that. Kansas was going at him, and we're not giving him any room to breathe. Bryson Donaldson really could not get anything going. He only had 34 yards off 11 attempts. It was never really close. I don't think this is indicative of what Fresno State has going forward the rest of the season, but it was ugly win or ugly loss for the Bulldogs to start the season. From here on out, I think we're going to be able to see more production from them. They're going to get a little bit of a break next week. They got Georgia Southern, who they shouldn't take lightly. That's a team that can run almost as well as Kansas and can give them fits. You got Oregon State. That's a tough matchup too. 2 games not to sleep on for the Bulldogs. I believe they will be better. They're going to have it figured out a little bit more. They're going to be more competitive the rest of the way of the season. It remains to be seen just how well E.J. Warner and the offense can get going. Defensively, they have to be better. But again, if your offense is going 3 and out, getting turnovers and on the wrong side of the field, the defense can only do so much. I think Fresno State rebounds next weekend. Has a good, impressive performance against Georgia Southern. They want to stick in games the rest of the way. They can't have that many turnovers. They can't have a fumble lost, a couple of picks. They need to rely on the running game a little bit more, and from there, find a way to get your offense going through the air. We have to wait and see if it's more of a offensive problem or defensive problem. It was just a bad execution all the way around for Fresno State, and hopefully they can improve off this blowout loss week 0.